Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are talking about Ferrari Essence Wood. This is Ferrari's latest entrance in the fragrance world, and so far everyone is considering this fragrance right here to be the best that this car house ever produced. You already know that a lot of car houses also produce fragrances. Some of them are good, some of them aren't as good as, let's say, the already established names and designers on the market. But in this case, Ferrari did a great job with Essence Wood. In terms of presentation, this looks absolutely amazing, if you ask me. The bottle is very heavy, high quality, and it sports the already famous color Rosso Maranello, or red Maranello, which is the trademark in terms of colors for Ferrari cars. The bottle looks amazing, has very nice design. The cap has the Ferrari horse embossed, and also it sports some leather insertion with some very nice materials also. I think it's actually made out of metal because it's very heavy, and it stays in place very well. So Ferrari Essence Wood. Let's talk about the notes that compose this fragrance, and we have of course wood, which is present from the start to the end. We also have olibanum and elemi resins. We have some spices such as cumin and saffron, and we also have rose. Yes, this is another wood rose fragrance, but if you ask me, it smells very different compared to other wood fragrances out there on the market. In the base we have labdanum and also leather, and these two notes combined leave somewhat of a animalistic trail behind. And I have to say that it's very interesting to smell this fragrance. This is a pretty linear fragrance, if you ask me. It doesn't have too many changes throughout the wearing. The rose is very present, but not from the beginning. In the beginning you're gonna get a big splash of wood with cumin and saffron, and also in the background, but very low, you're gonna smell also the rose. Still, in the middle of or in the heart of this fragrance, the rose becomes more and more predominant, and basically takes over the whole composition. Also supported by the leather and labdanum, which give it a somewhat sweet note. Not very sweet, but you do get some sweetness inside this fragrance. And in the base notes, as I said, you have the leather and also the labdanum, and you're gonna feel a lot from the leather. To be real honest with you, this fragrance reminds me in some ways with D-Squared Potion Royal Black. That one also has rose inside, also has leather. It doesn't have wood, and that's the interesting fact, but still the composition or the notes inside the Ferrari Essence Wood remind me about the D-Squared Potion Royal Black, and it's somewhat sweetness, if you want, although that one is basically a rose woody leather fragrance. which by the way this one actually is also, but not in the same league. This squared Ocean Royal Black, it's one of the best fragrances that you can get on the market. Very, very powerful with extraordinary performance and projection. And speaking about performance and projection, this one also is very good. I get on my skin, which is a very peculiar type of skin, I get at least 12 hours of performance, and I also get about 4 to 5 hours of projection. It's very interesting. It attracts a lot of compliments from anyone that can smell you. It's something that's been already tried on the market, and I would actually prefer designers to make oud fragrances but without the rose note. I don't mind the rose note, I do like it a lot, but so far in my collection I have only one oud fragrance that's without rose, and that's that Lapidus Oud Noir. I haven't made a review for that one. I will make it in the coming days, but trust me, oud without rose smells a lot different in a fragrance. It also sports a different performance, but that's something else to talk about at the proper time. In terms of compliments, Ferrari Essence Oud attracts a lot of compliments, as I said, performs very well. The notes are blended very well also. The presentation is excellent if you ask me. The bottle looks amazing. It's one of the most beautiful bottles that I own in my collection. This also Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris, and I have to say that I'm honestly impressed by Ferrari. I did own in the past years some Ferrari fragrances that didn't impress me too much, both in terms of scent and performance, but this one truly is a masterpiece from the house of Ferrari. Price range, it's somewhere around 30 to 45 euros because I live in Europe, and basically this is a very, very accessible fragrance. I would also say that this is a good point, or better said, a good starting point for those who are looking to get into oud based fragrances. This isn't something that's as powerful, if you want, and how should I say it, disturbing, if you want, at first sniff, like Rasasi Fakat Lil Rijal, which is a oriental fragrance made by the house of Rasasi, also made with oud and rose and cinnamon and saffron and leather, but that one, Rasasi Fakat Lil Rijal, is a monster compared to this one, to Ferrari Essence Oud. It's very disturbing to the senses, trust me. I encourage you to try it. It's so powerful and so obnoxious at the first time that you sniff it, that you may actually need to go to the hospital in order to get well. So that's why I'm saying that this one is a very good starting point for those of you who want to get into the oud scents, and because this is calmer and easier on the senses, it's a very, very good scent. Okay, this pretty much does it for this video. Thank you for watching. My next video will be about Tad Lapidus Oud Noir. I'm gonna post it in a couple of days. maybe tomorrow, who knows. I have to check out my schedule, but that one, although it's sports, again, wood is without the roads. So stay tuned for my next video. Until then, be safe, be good. Your friend Gabriel sign out. Peace.